everyone, today we're going to discuss the business idea for our DHF commercial building from DHF Commercial Real Estate. So the agenda or topics we're going to discuss for the commercial building is first the product cost, second is the period cost, third is the fixed cost, and fourth is the variable cost. So product cost. Product cost refers to the costs incurred to create a product. These costs include direct labor, direct materials, consumable production supplies, and factory overhead. So there are two behaviors of cost. Number one is the fixed, and second is the variable cost. So in the fixed cost, the cost remains the same regardless of the production output. However, in the variable cost, the cost changes based on the amount of output produced.
Licensing and tax fee. A licensing is a sum of money paid in exchange for the right or ability to use a property or asset. Tax service fees are included in a property's closing costs to ensure that borrowers pay property taxes. A license fee is typically a one-off payment, a fixed amount paid upfront. A tax fee is also a fixed cost since you just pay taxes once, especially since this is a building, so it is a real property tax. Both licensing and tax fee are product costs since it is related to the building, which is our product. Next, the construction worker's salary. A salary is a set of amount of money or compensation paid by an employer to an employee in exchange for work done. It is a fixed cost because they earn the same amount regardless of how many hours they work. And it is a product cost also since they're working related in making the product, which is the building also. We will discuss construction materials. Any tangible personal property to be converted into real property is referred to as construction material. It is a variable cost since it varies in proportion to the volume of goods or amount of materials needed to make the building. Also, it is a product cost since it is related to making the product, which is the building.
So another product cost is a commercial land. A commercial land is a special type of investment property that is used to generate profit. So the land is where the commercial building will be constructed. The land is a fixed cost because it is strictly a fixed factor of production or service. No human authority can alter the quantity of the land in existence, and it will always stay the same. Also, it is a product cost since the land will be utilized to deliver services to its potential clients. So next is fixtures. A fixture is an object formerly considered personal property but later linked to or annexed to a real estate and is now regarded as real property. Examples are the integrated lights, built-in cabinets, toilets, or sinks. Fixtures are fixed costs because these are assets or expenses that don't change over the course of time. Also, it is a product cost since it is directly related to the production of a service intended to generate a profit. So next is the professional fees. So an architect is first required to design your building. The next, to ensure the building is secure, you should speak with a commercial engineer between planning and construction. Commercial engineers are involved from the first stages of a project through its completion. They are a crucial step in the construction process since they concentrate on adhering to project safety regulations concerning the structural capabilities of the structure. So professional fees are considered a fixed cost since the fees do not change the output. Fees have to be paid by the company independent of any specific business activities. So also, it is a product cost since their skills are directly related to the production of a service intended to generate profit.
Construction manager is a professional service that offers the owner or owners of a project effective management of the project in terms of its scope, cost, quality, and safety, as well as scheduling. The salary of a construction manager is a fixed throughout the project life cycle and would not change by quantity, time, or any other project factors. The salary of a construction manager is a period cost because it is directly attributable in making the commercial building whose space is finished product. A loan is a form of debt incurred by individual or other entity. The cost of the loan is considered a fixed cost since its amount is constant throughout the course of an allotted period of time, irrespective of the level of output or income. Since the commercial building is financed by debt financing, the cost of the loan is directly attributable to the cost of the finished product, which is the spaces within the commercial building.
Next, we have the period cost. So a period cost is any cost that cannot be capitalized into prepaid expenses, inventory, or fixed assets.
Just like for any business, utilities are one of the expenses. For ours, we have water and electricity. This is considered a period cost since it is not directly tied up to the production process, and a mixed cost since the company must pay a minimum amount regardless of its output, which is a fixed cost, and then pay an additional variable charge for any usage over the base amount. Advertising and promotional expense. This is because this expense is solely to make the business known or advertising to the people. Meaning, this also does not concern the production process. Advertising isn't affected by sales or production level, so it is said to be a fixed cost. And for the building insurance, this falls under the period cost since insurance for a building is an indirect cost of production that cannot be easily assigned to a cost center but yet must be paid for. This is also a fixed cost since a standard insurance scheme in which the insured pays a set premium rate.
The responsibilities of a general manager include the formulation of an overarching strategy, the management of personnel, and the establishment of policies. The cost of general manager's salary is considered a fixed cost because it is not affected by the fluctuations in the amount of sales. General manager is an indirect labor expenses or a type of period cost. These expenses include salaries paid to people that are not directly involved in production.